Just two friends named Jake and Jake. Oh, and they're here to give you their take on the NBA, the MLB, and the NFL. Anything except NBC. Who will show up as a guest? Well, that's just yet anyone's guess. So prepare yourself for the fun and laughs from the guys. It's almost live here on the interweb. Are Jake and Jake.
Hello everybody, this is JP for the Jake and Jake Show, doing another solo show again this week. This is episode 15 of our show, and not a whole lot to talk about today. We have 3 scores from the World Cup, a couple of NCAA topics, a little NBA news since Game 6 of the NBA Finals is tonight, and a little other news, and some more MLB news more than the other stuff because it's what I know, and it's what I can more expand on, so yeah. We're going to be doing all this, so yeah, thanks for watching, and here we go. Okay, so the World Cup had 3 games going on today for the group play stages. We had 2 ties, and someone actually won a game again today. First up, we had New Zealand playing Slovakia, and that was a 1-1 tie. Ivory Coast and Portugal in the group of death, a 0-0 tie, and then Brazil beat North Korea 2-1. NCAA. Last week we talked about it looked like the Big 12 conference was dead. It looked like everybody except for 4 teams essentially were packing up and getting ready to move to other conferences. Well, it looks like Texas, because of the TV contracts that they have with the Big 12, they're staying. So that essentially means that everyone else that has not left, which is Colorado and Nebraska, are the only ones that left, are staying, and it's essentially the Big 12 with 10 teams. And so now the Big 10 has 12 teams, so I wonder if they're going to be switching their names. You know, who knows. Looks like you have to have 12 teams to have a title game, so it looks like there won't be a title game in the Big 12 anymore, just an outright winner of Big 12, or whatever it's going to become known as. So yeah, what looked to be dead when we talked about it last week is, for now, staying alive. Probably, maybe, as long as this TV contract, I'm not sure how long the contract is for, but as long as there's the contract, I'm sure Texas is staying, and then the other teams are going to be staying as well because Texas is staying. And then, last week, we also talked about USC getting their reprimands from the NCAA for their illegal actions that they did. I'm not quite sure what caused them to get in trouble, but yeah. Looks like they won't lose their AP championship title from 2004, but they still will lose their BCS title and everything else that came with what they are losing with the scholarships, the 30 over the 3 years, and the 2-year postseason ban. But they still get to keep their AP title, if that's any consolation. I don't really know. And then NBA Game 6 is tonight. Yesterday I made my prediction for Game 6. I say LA wins it tonight because we're going to go to 7 games. Depending on LA's play tonight, if it does go to 7 games, I can't make a prediction until I see how well LA plays. I mean, even if you see it, who knows? I mean, just because someone's all hot or the team's playing consistently good, doesn't mean they'll happen again for Game 7. So, won't make a prediction for Game 7 if there is one, which I say there will be, until after I see tonight's game. And also out of the NBA today, it's reported that Phoenix Suns GM and also president of basketball operations, Steve Kerr, is out of his job. So, yeah, that whole he came in and then Mike D'Antoni was forced to leave and all that stuff that happened a couple years ago. I'm not sure what they have to show for that right now. I mean, they really didn't get better, and they could lose Amari Stoudemire to free agency to somewhere else. So I mean, and not get anything for him because they didn't trade him at the trade deadline. So I don't know. We'll see what's going on with that. And then we have MLB news. Only 4 games last night. Not a whole lot to talk about. Blue Jays and Padres are playing, and I think it was about the 8th inning or so. Earthquake was happening in California, so time was called for a while. Because on the play, they're showing replays of it, and like everything's starting to shake. I would probably be kind of scared if I was in a stadium full of I don't know how many people, and an earthquake happens, because you really have nowhere to go. But looked like nothing terrible happened. And then the Astrodome looks like the old Houston Astros ballpark that everyone apparently hated to play at because of the AstroTurf. It could be getting a facelift, a $1.35 billion facelift, become a new science and a convention center if taxpayers agree to pay a third of the cost. So Astrodome may be staying with a new purpose, who knows. And then the rest of the day so far has all been about moves happening in the MLB. Connor Jackson has been traded from the Diamondbacks to the Oakland A's for a minor leaguer, and it seems like the Diamondbacks are open to trade almost anybody except for Justin Upton, Edwin Jackson, I think someone else. But so Dan Herron is on the trade market, and essentially everybody but 3 players are on the trade market for the Diamondbacks. For the Cubs, it looks like Xavier Nady, who now can officially be traded because someone who signed in the offseason to a new team can't be traded to, I believe, June 15th, which is today. So he officially, I believe, can now be traded to another team. I expect it to happen no matter how the Cubs end up being. Kosuke Fukudome, seeing as people are seeing on the trading block. Derek Lee is going nowhere. Aramis Ramirez is going nowhere. They have no trade clauses. Carlos Zambrano has a no trade clause. I don't see any of those guys going anywhere. Soriano's not going anywhere. Ted Lilly could get. He has not a full no trade clause, but he could go to a contender if he was traded to one. He'd probably accept it. I don't know, because he's a free agent at the end of the year. So the Cubs, depending on where they are by the All-Star break, could be huge sellers with they have a lot of pretty good talent in the farm system, other than at first base. I'm just afraid for what's going to happen at first base if Derek Lee is not there. I don't know. We'll see. And then the Mariners have designated Ian Snell for assignment. He was winless in his starts this season. I'm not actually sure why he was wanted in Seattle from Pittsburgh, but they got him and he was worthless. The Tigers released Adam Everett today after designating him for assignment last week. He has officially been released. And Chipper Jones and the Braves are supposed to have a meeting tonight, or later today, or it could be happening right now. Possibly on his future, because he signed through 2012. Possibly what's going to happen, because probably retirement talks are in the works. So I doubt he'll retire like right now, like Griffey Jr. did. I would expect he'd probably retire by the season's end if he when Bobby Cox retires is what I'd feel there. So yeah, thanks for watching episode 15 of the Jake and Jake Show, and we'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday's show. May not be a Thursday show because, as I stated yesterday, I'm going to the Cubs-A's game that afternoon, and I don't know if we'll be able to put it on a show, possibly some game footage, we'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching, please subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Just two friends named Jake and Jake. Oh, and they're here to give you their take on the NBA, the MLB, and the NFL. Anything except NBC.